You know that feeling when you understand English perfectly in your head, but when it's time to speak, your words don't sound natural? You pause, you hesitate, you wonder, is this how a native speaker would say it? You're not alone. Many learners feel confident reading and listening, but when it comes to speaking, something just feels off. Here's one of the best ways to fix that: stories. Real, emotional, detailed stories help your brain remember phrases, sentence structure, and tone without needing to memorize grammar rules. You absorb English the way native speakers do. So if you want to improve fast, hit that subscribe button and like this video. Today's story is a wild one. Let's go. My older brother's job is not something you hear about every day. He works in live event tech. That means setting up sound, lights, and video equipment for big shows. He's quiet, super focused, and really good with cables and wires. One day, he got a last-minute call from his supervisor. "Can you be at the stadium in 3 hours?" It was a huge concert in town. Travis Scott was performing that night, and something had gone wrong with part of the stage setup. My brother said yes, packed his tools, and left. Now, at this point, I didn't even know he was going to work at that concert. I just knew he was on a rush job somewhere downtown. Later that evening, I was at home scrolling through Instagram when I saw a friend's story. It was a video clip from inside the stadium. Huge lights, roaring crowd, and the caption said, "Travis Scott just arrived." I texted my brother, half joking, "Are you fixing wires under Travis Scott's stage right now?" A few minutes later, he replied with a picture. It was blurry and dark, but you could see the back of the stage, and him crouched next to a giant speaker system with his gear. He was really there. The job was intense. One of the main power lines had overheated, and if it wasn't fixed fast, part of the light show would fail. That would be a disaster in front of thousands of fans. He told me later that when he arrived, there was chaos. People were running around, the air was hot, and security was everywhere. He didn't have time to be nervous, he just got to work. And here's where English came in. Most of the crew on site were international. The main project manager was from the US, and most of the instructions were in English. "Check the line under grid 4, someone shouted. "Are we switching to backup power? Where's the third connector for the rig?" My brother isn't a native English speaker, but he had studied and practiced for years, especially technical vocabulary for his job. In that moment, all that preparation paid off. He responded clearly. He understood every instruction. And when the pressure was highest, he didn't freeze. He said what needed to be said, no more, no less. The repair took 35 minutes. That might not sound like much, but in concert time, that's huge. Everything was ready 10 minutes before showtime. Travis Scott came on stage. The lights worked. The sound was perfect. The crowd went wild. And my brother? He was back in the shadows, packing up his tools, completely invisible to the audience, but he just saved the night. The next day, he told me the whole story. And I realized something important: being good at English isn't just about conversation. Sometimes, it's about understanding and responding quickly under pressure, especially in a work environment. Here's your task. Think about your job or your future dream job. What's one stressful situation you might face that requires English? Now, write down a short dialogue, just 5 or 6 lines, that might happen in that situation. Practice reading it out loud with good pronunciation and confidence. Record yourself if you can. Now, the recap. From today's story, you learned how English can help you shine in high-pressure situations. You saw how technical English matters just as much as casual conversation. And you learned that clear, direct communication is what saves the day, not fancy grammar or big words. Stories like this help you prepare for the real world. So if that helped, subscribe. We post new videos every day to help you become fluent, confident, and ready for anything. And tell us in the comments, what kind of job do you want to do in English? Let's help each other get there.